What up everyone, ZonoBRAH here coming at you with another video here in my bathroom in Paris. It's freaking horrible. There's not a bit of sun. I have zero lighting in my rooms and my lights in my room really sucks. I hope you guys can hear an echo, but the light here is actually really good. So pardon the whatever this is and those beautiful colorful squares. Today, I'm introducing a new series, guys, called One Tip Per Roll. So I'm going to do this weekly, bi-weekly, I don't know for now. I'm trying to collect feedback, so please let me know if you like this. The series is about giving you one tip about each roll. It could be random, it could be very broad and narrowed. It's just something to spice things up. So first and foremost, if you guys are top laner, my first tip is to pick the summoner spell, Teleportation. I see too much players peeking in night thinking they can do the 1v1 or picking something else like they think they can redesign the meta. Today, if you don't have the TP, you will be completely lost because you will lose in terms of experience, in terms of flanking, in terms of teamfight. If you don't have TP and I have TP, I'm gonna win the game in the long term. You might kill me once, you can maybe kill me twice, but when it comes to moving in the bot lane, TPing, or coming back to the lane for a big wave, you're going to be lost and you're going to have to walk all the way to the top lane. So please guys, if you play top lane, have flash and teleportation until the meta changes. But for now, it's just too OP to deny it. Moving on to the jungle, guys. For you guys that play with the Smite Summoner, please do not use Smite in teamfight when there is a Baron alive or a Dragon alive, especially when your team has 3-4 Dragon, when they're getting close to having a lot of buffs, and especially if it's the big Dragon after 35 minutes. Even if it's something in your combo and you want to place it, try to save it because this could give you a lot of advantage going into a game. And the thing is that when you use Smite, I don't know if you can hear that, but the thing is that when you use Smite, the enemy team might disengage and go for an objective instead because they know you don't have Smite, and if you lose 1 or 2 members, you're gonna have to let them tank the Baron or the Dragon. So you might as well keep the Smite and maybe go for a steal if the team fight doesn't go well. That's really important. Don't Smite right away if important objectives are alive. Please remember it. For you guys mid laners, fellow mid laners, this tip is really about the utilization of the Zonias and or the ult of Kale. Let me explain. I see a lot of people using Zonias to make them survive at a very low percentage of health. But let me explain something. The Zonias or the ulti Kale are things that are supposed to anticipate a burst. An example is that when you're gonna get burst from like a champion and you have Kale ult, don't wait till you have 1 HP to do the economy of an ult. Don't try to save it, just use it and survive. Because most of the time you guys don't use it at the right time and you end up dying right after because people can just tempo and kill you right after. Another example is with a Zed ult. When you have a Zonia against a Zed, ulti right away. Because the Zed ulti is that he puts a mark in you and he has to do as much damage as he can during the mark is on you. So right after you get the mark, press Zonia so he can't do any damage to you, and so the mark doesn't explode and does a lot of damage to you, and therefore you might be safe. Whereas if you wait to have 1 HP to Zonias, he might just kill you afterwards and you will end up with a Zonia on cooldown being disappointed with a gray screen. This tip here is for ADC players. It's really important. You have to never expect help from anyone. So you might tell, yo, Zono, whoa, what the hell is this, man? Like, I have a support, we have dynamic Q, whatever. It's really about mental games here, mind games, as I like to call it. It's that if you're gonna expect things from people, you might get disappointed, therefore you're gonna tilt, and therefore you might lose focus on the game. If Janna does a good job, if Blitzcrank does a good job, good for you. He does a good job, he's supporting you, whatever, take advantage of it. But if he's not, if he's having a bad game, if he's having a bad day, don't put the blame on him. And carry as if you were alone. And that's such a good mindset to have as an ADC in solo queue. Of course, if you guys are playing in a competitive environment, a 5v5, you have your team, you have your coach, it's not. But when you're solo queue and you're ADC and you're spamming without knowing who the support is, you can't expect anything coming from him. Otherwise, you will never give yourself interesting feedbacks, and therefore you will always put the blame on him or her, and this is going to affect you as a player, and it could be very negative for your progress as a summoner. The last tip is for you guys, the support players. It's really simple. It's in 2 words. It's hit the turrets. I've been seeing so many analysis, game analysis, streams of low players. Yeah, I like to watch you guys who have 2 viewers sometimes. But I see too much support players, I mean on Twitch, with 2 viewers who are like silver, having fun, trying to play solo queue, and they don't hit turrets. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you not hitting the turrets? It's not because you play support and you have 50 AD that you don't do a lot of damage. Especially with the new dragon that enhance your damage in percentage on turrets. It's so crucial. So do not forget to hit the turrets. Don't just stand there and do nothing and try to ward around. When your team is focusing on an objective, focus on it. You need to understand that hitting turret is crucial. It can make the difference, because if one day you don't hit the turret and one turret survives at barely this HP, it's probably your fault, man. So think about that. And that's it for the first episodes of a One Tip Per Roll. I hope you guys like it. If you have any tip to share with me that I can put on the next video, please comment down below. Thank you for watching.
Today, we honor a man who has been an inspiration to our citizens.